The Reds are back in action tomorrow as they take on Southampton in the EFL Cup. Ahead of the game, there has been some shock news that has left fans absolutely fuming. In today's video, we will go over what has happened, whilst also going over all of the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Liverpool content. Pep in Linders, Jurgen Klopp's former assistant at Liverpool, has been sacked by Red Bull Salzburg after just 6 months in charge as manager. Linders was appointed manager of Salzburg in May, but he has already been dismissed with his team 10 points behind Austrian Bundesliga leaders Sturm Graz just 16 games into the season. The club have also confirmed that assistant and fellow former Liverpool coach Vitor Martos is leaving too. This is Linders' second short managerial stint. He left NEC Nijmegen just 5 months into his tenure after he failed to secure promotion to the Eredivisie. A joint statement from Salzburg CEO Stefan Reiter and sporting director Ruven Schroeder said, "We began recently to analyse as planned what has unfortunately not been a satisfactory season so far. It was clear to see that in many of our matches we have been far short of our own requirements and aims. We have therefore become convinced that our team needs a new impulse under new management, even if we continue to hope for a turnaround until the end. We would like to thank Pep for his work. He put a lot of effort and passion into it and has provided important momentum for our further development. We are now very intensively looking for a new coach and will communicate as soon as a decision is made. We clearly want to start training again on the 3rd of January 2025 with our new coach in place." This season, Salzburg have won just 7 of their 16 league matches, drawn 5 matches and lost 4. Their record in the Champions League has been much worse. They have lost 5 of their 6 league phase matches by an aggregate score of 17-0. With matches against Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid still to come, their only 3 points won so far, earned thanks to their 3-1 victory away at Feyenoord, could remain their only points in the competition this campaign. A key question Liverpool fans will now be asking is of Stefan Bajcetic's future. Linders took him to Austria on loan, having worked with him on Merseyside, but with a change of manager, Bajcetic's position in the team could become less certain. Liverpool will want to ensure their talented 20-year-old is guaranteed sufficient game time to aid his development in the second half of the season. Bobby Clark's future at the club will also be interesting to see play out. The youngster signed from Liverpool permanently in the summer, but like Bajcetic, he may not be favoured by a new manager. It is perhaps telling that the sacking has been clearly labelled as a Salzburg decision, rather than one taken by the Red Bull hierarchy, with Klopp set to take on the role of global head of football from January. Any potentially difficult action for Klopp to dismiss his friend has now been taken out of his hands. Now in some shock news that has left Reds fans fuming. After Gary Lineker claimed on Match of the Day that Andy Robertson should not have been sent off against Fulham, ESPN VAR expert Dale Johnson and former referee Dermot Gallagher have now made the same argument. Already a goal down, Andy Robertson was sent off in the 17th minute against Fulham for fouling Harry Wilson and supposedly denying a goal or an obvious goal-scoring opportunity for the former Red. This decision has now been disputed by Johnson, a well-known expert on football laws and VAR protocols, who thinks Liverpool will probably be considering an appeal against the one-match ban, which rules Robertson out of the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Southampton on Wednesday. The incident that saw Robertson sent off came about because of a poor touch from the left-back. This allowed Harry Wilson to nip in front of the Scotland captain and touch the ball away, Robertson clearly fouling Wilson in the process. This led to the referee showing a red to the Liverpool man as a result of this apparent denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity. However, upon review, it is clear that Wilson was highly unlikely to reach the ball after a heavy touch that took the ball into Raul Jimenez's path. That the ball fell to Jimenez shouldn't have been relevant to the decision, and the conclusion should only have been based on whether Wilson himself had a clear goal-scoring opportunity. For ESPN, Johnson wrote, "If Jimenez had found the back of the net, Robertson would only have been booked as a goal was scored. As Jimenez missed, Dog Esso remains active because the offence belongs to the player, Wilson, rather than Fulham as a collective. So Liverpool were reduced to 10 men because Jimenez didn't score. There was enough doubt in this situation for a VAR review to downgrade the card to a yellow. Giving his overall verdict on the incident, Johnson said, "A harsh red card for Robertson, as there has to be doubt that Wilson would have a clear goal-scoring opportunity because of his touch. That Robertson's challenge was very clearly a foul, and in a central position probably influenced his opinion on the dog SO, but the direction of the ball and the presence of Van Dijk made it a tough sell in law." Speaking on Sky Sports, former referee Dermot Gallagher voiced a similar opinion to Johnson. Gallagher pronounced, "I did not think it was a red card at the time, and I still do not. Robertson miscontrols the ball, and Wilson nicks the ball. Is he in control of the ball? Number, is he going to gain control of the ball? Doubtful as the Liverpool player is going to get there first. Is he moving towards goal? Number, there are too many variables, and the O in Dog SO stands for obvious." A more palatable decision would be a yellow card. If the ref, Tony Harrington, had whistled immediately, I think everybody would have accepted it. On Saturday night's edition of Match of the Day, presenter Lineker also came out in opposition to the official's decision to show red to Robertson. The former Everton striker said there's no denial of a goal-scoring opportunity because he has the opportunity, which is a red herring. They eventually give it because Wilson, who they think is going to get the ball. Now there is zero chance that Harry Wilson is going to get on the end of that. Pundit Ashley Williams then added, "I'm not sure there's zero, maybe he gets it." Lineker replied, "You've seen how hard Wilson hits it, he's never going to get across there." Obviously, the decision was on the foul on Wilson, but it's just a mess. The nuance of the law is a mess on that one. Given the evidence, Liverpool would be well within their rights to appeal Robertson's one-match suspension. The reality is, though, that this probably won't happen, and if the ruling were to be appealed, it would be unlikely to be overturned, as it is deemed a subjective decision. Lastly, Arne Slot has ruled Diogo Jota out of contention for a starting place against Southampton, with the Liverpool striker not completely fit after his return. Jota came off the bench to score a decisive second goal in the 2-2 draw with Fulham on Saturday, having spent almost 2 months out with a rib injury. That raised expectations that the Portuguese would then make his first start back in the Carabao Cup quarter-final at Southampton, but Slot has already ruled that out. The head coach revealed in his pre-match press conference that Jota was not completely fit after the weekend and had then missed team training. Diogo would have been definitely one that was ideal for him to play. But after the game he wasn't completely fit, so he didn't train with us yesterday, Slot explained, so let's see if he can train with us today. Don't expect him to start, hopefully he can make some minutes, but don't expect him to start tomorrow. Slot is at least planning to make a number of changes to his side at St Mary's, with Goeman Kelleher confirmed to start and Wataru Endo one of those to also come in. You've seen until now, we haven't played with many starters yet, so it's mostly been a game where the ones that haven't played that much started the game. That's really important. For the likes of Wata Endo, for example, he hasn't played that much, but fortunately for us, he plays for his national team, and the few times he can play in the League Cup helps him to keep his rhythm as well. That brings us to the end of today's video. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed it, please do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more daily Liverpool content. Thank you.